Your ginger cat Max is back, and today, we're talking about something a little creepy. You love your cat. You feed them, pet them, give them a warm place to sleep. But here's a question most owners never ask. What does your cat wish you understood? Not what they tolerate, not what they've adapted to, what they actually need to feel like themselves. Because the truth is, your cat is living in a world built for humans. And every single day, they're adjusting to it. Quietly. Most of the time, you won't notice anything is wrong. But if you start paying attention, the signs are everywhere. Let's start with something that changes everything. 1. They don't want easy meals. They want a challenge. Have you ever watched your cat suddenly sprint across the room, attack nothing, and then just stop? That's not random. That's an used instinct. In nature, cats don't just eat. They hunt. They track. They wait. They calculate. And most of the time they fail. That's important. Because hunting isn't just about food. It's mental stimulation. It's purpose. It's release. Now compare that to what most of us do. We fill a bowl. Put it down. Done. No effort. No engagement. No satisfaction. And then later, we wonder why they knock things off shelves. Or turn our feet into prey at night. They're not misbehaving. They're improvising. So instead of just feeding your cat, give them something to solve. Scatter their food. Use puzzle feeders. Hide treats. Even a small challenge changes everything. You'll notice it quickly. They become calmer, more focused, less chaotic. Because for the first time all day, their brain actually got to work. 2. Your cat doesn't trust their water. If your cat ignores their bowl, but runs the second you turn on the faucet, that's not a weird habit. That's instinct. In the wild, still water can be dangerous. Flowing water feels safer, fresher, alive, and your cat knows that, even if they've never been outside. But here's the bigger issue. Cats don't naturally feel thirsty the way dogs do. They evolved to get most of their hydration from food. So indoor cats are already at a disadvantage. And when they don't drink enough, you probably won't notice. Not right away, but over time, it adds up. The fix is simple. Give them moving water. A fountain, a drip, anything with motion. But keep it clean. If the water smells even slightly off, they'll avoid it completely. Fresh, flowing water doesn't just encourage drinking. It protects their health long term. 3. The litter box matters more than you think. Most people clean the litter box. When it starts to smell, your cat noticed long before that. Their sense of smell is far more sensitive. What seems fine to you can feel overwhelming to them. And for an animal that instinctively hides its scent, a dirty litter box isn't just unpleasant. It's stressful, sometimes even unsafe. That's why cats don't randomly stop using it. They're reacting to something you're not detecting. So if there's one habit that makes a huge difference, it's this. Consistency. Clean it every day, not occasionally, not when it's obvious. And don't forget space. Cats don't always like sharing, especially when it comes to something this personal. More boxes, more options, less stress. It's simple, but it solves problems people struggle with for months. 4. Your scent is their comfort system. Have you ever noticed your cat choosing your clothes over anything else? Your hoodie, your bed, your bag. It's not just about softness. It's about you. Cats rely on scent to understand their world. It tells them what's safe, what belongs, and your scent is one of their strongest signals of safety. So when they curl up on something that smells like you, they're grounding themselves. You can actually use this. If your cat gets anxious when you leave behind something you've worn, not washed, not fresh, just real. And one more thing people get wrong, overcleaning. When everything constantly smells new, your cat feels like their environment keeps changing, like nothing is stable. Sometimes, leaving familiar scents in place is exactly what they need. 5. You're bigger than you think. From your perspective, you're just moving around your home. But from your cat's perspective, you're huge. You move fast. You tower over them. You reach from above. Even if they love you, that can still feel intense. Unless you change it. Try this. Sit on the floor. Don't call them. Don't reach for them. Just exist at their level. Something interesting happens. Your cat approaches differently, more calmly, more confidently. Sometimes they'll come sit right next to you, without being asked. Because for once, you feel predictable, safe, part of their world. 6. Your home is missing one dimension. Look around your space. Everything is built for you, at your level. But your cat doesn't experience the world that way. They experience it vertically. Height means safety. Height means control. Height means they can observe without being vulnerable. So when there's nowhere to climb, nowhere to perch, nowhere to go up, your cat is forced to stay in a space. That doesn't feel natural, and that creates stress. You might never directly notice. But the moment you add vertical space, everything changes. A tall cat tree, a shelf, a window perch. Now they have options. A place to watch, to rest, to retreat. And you'll see it. More confidence, more calm, more interaction on their terms. Your cat doesn't need more attention. They don't need more toys. They need a world that makes sense to them. A world where their instincts aren't ignored, but supported. And once you start making these small changes, you won't just have a happier cat. You'll have a cat that finally feels understood. If you want to understand your cat on a deeper level and give them the life they actually need, like and subscribe, because the more you learn, the better their life becomes.